Hey, good afternoon, everybody. All you Pokemon collectors, scalpers, investors, flippers, whatever you are, degenerate gamblers, ripping packs and wasting money, whatever. Hey, how's it going? I just want to talk about this, the state of the market with the scalping at an all-time high. People are kind of like in that COVID mindset where they can just grab a Pokemon product and flip it. And it's not the case. You're not going to go and buy something and all of a sudden make money. As a matter of fact, you might lose money on certain things if you try to quick flip stuff like that. And, I'm not one of those people that's going to sit here on my high horse and say, oh, scalpers are ruining this, they're ruining that. Trust me, there's a reason that the Pikachu is $500. There's a reason why Moonbreon 2.0 is $1,500 right now. It's because of the want. It ain't from supply and demand. That ain't the case. It's from people wanting those items and scalpers driving prices up even higher because everyone wants the stuff. So the scalpers want to take advantage of everyone wanting all this stuff. So they're going to go grab the products that you can get all this stuff from. It's just, it's a vicious cycle that's going to never end. From the beginning of Scarlet and Violet to about Surging Sparks, we had no problem picking up Pokemon Center ETBs. We had no problem going into the store and finding sleeve booster packs. Surging Sparks, it's hard to. I literally was able to grab a handful of ETBs and a handful of sleeve booster packs and just a few little things here and there. And I don't open this stuff. For me, it's either a sealed investment or I hold on to it for trade. Stuff like that. It's just, it's opening packs is not fun for me and my son anymore. My son even he'll sit back and even before we open, we'll sit down and like, do we want to open this or would we rather just buy the cards from the set? And some sets it's better to do that. Some of the Japanese specialty sets, like Shiny Treasure EX, those are fun to open because you get all kinds of different stuff out of those packs. The Terrestrial Festival EX boxes, those are fun to open. So much stuff. The old V-Star Universe, you get a lot of stuff out of there. You get a lot of bang for your buck. But you can open up an English ETB and not get anything. You might get an EX card and the promo. But, so with the scalpers are like, just going nuts. They're waiting in line. That's insane to me. That's insane to me. I never did that with the shoes. I'm a shoe guy. I love that. And right now I can just walk into a store and get a pair of Jordan 4s, Jordan 3s, whatever, and just go pick them up like I used to back in 2018. It was a big chunk of years there where you couldn't. But back in 2017, 18, I walked into the store. I got stuff on sale, coupons, all this stuff. Now we're kind of getting back to that. But Pokemon was like that, like again at the beginning of Scarlet and Violet, where it was easy to get stuff. Surging Sparks on, it's not, and it might be like that for a little while, at least for the end of the Scarlet and Violet era. At least, until the next era begins, we might see another kind of lull, like the beginning of Scarlet and Violet. Obsidian Flames probably evolve kind of a little bit. We might, I hope that'd be nice. Be able to take a breather and just slowly get what you want instead of having to try to fight with everybody to get everything, get the hits that you want, get the sealed products that you want, whatever. But like to beat the scalpers, you're gonna have to think like a scalper. You're gonna have to act like a scalper. You're gonna have to do like a scalper. You don't have to throw your morals out the window and be those people that are fighting, throwing elbows. I mean, you guys seen that, for the Blooming Waters and stuff. That's come on now. We've all been raised to know what's right from wrong. But here's the thing too, like you go into a store and you see some 151 fresh restock, say there's 50 items. You don't have to go and grab all 50 items, but go ahead and grab yourself some. Grab a couple ETBs if they're there. If you see 2 UPCs, grab both of them. Don't leave those up there because you think Timmy's going to be right behind you. Poor little Timmy didn't get his products. No, that's not it. It's going to be some other dude who is going to grab everything that you didn't grab. It ain't going to be some little kid. I'm telling you, I was at Target the other day. One of my local Target that's like, a 5-minute walk from my house. I go in there. I'm looking for a couple different things. I walk by the trading cards in the front and I walk by the ones in the back. I'm looking for Prism football because that's out. You can kind of see those on the shelf. So I'm looking for any Pokemon products, especially 151 or Prismatic, but there was nothing. But, by the time I went to the store, I grabbed the other food items I got and I walked to the register. And on my way in, there's a guy that's walking. He's pacing back and forth by the check stands, but close by to where the gift cards and the Pokemon products are. And when I'm leaving and I'm waiting in line, I'm over here. I can still see him, and he's literally just hawking that section. He's waiting for them to restock. That guy, who knows how long he was sitting at the store. I even seen a YouTuber post a video where he got to the store in the morning and he stayed there hours and hours waiting for them to restock. You can see him sitting in the aisle, twiddling his fingers. Like, it's funny, but like, don't you got a job? Don't you got a job? I don't have time to do that. If I'm there, I happen to be going to get a head of lettuce and some paper towels, and I walk past there and I see stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna get it, but I'm not gonna be that guy just waiting there. And those are the guys you gotta. That's what we're competing with, just for you to get your products. Just for you to get your products, you're competing with that. Can you compete with that, or do you got a job? I can't. And so the issue is that's what's raising the price of all this stuff. So say you want a prismatic ETB, a Pokemon Center ETB that costs $250. You missed out at $60. It's $250. So you more than enough. You would easily pay $60 for it, right? I would too, and I got two of them. But you pay $60, right? But now it's going for $250. So it's like $190 more. You know how you make up that difference is by buying up other products and selling it. Make the hobby pay for your hobby. Think like a scalper. Think like that. I'm not saying, like I said, to throw all your morals out the window. I'm not saying that just because these YouTubers on here are trying to make it seem like, oh, scalpers are ruining, blah, blah, blah. No, scalpers are making Moonbryon 2.0 a $1,500 card. There's no cards at the beginning of the era were anywhere close to like the Greninja and the Pikachu and that. None of them were. There's some of them are climbing now, naturally climbing up. But like I said, this is like, I'm telling you, like I make so much money off of this stuff, but I do get small allocations from people with major allocation, and I could buy my certain things, but you know, you have to rely on somebody else. So that sucks. It's hard to get distribution. I've been trying to get distribution for the longest time. I keep sending in, but I don't have a brick and mortar store. This is in California. I was never going to buy a brick and mortar store in California. With a rent, it's gonna cost you $4,500 to $5,000 just for your brick and mortar rent. On top of that, they were allowing people to steal under $950 and not get prosecuted. So people, LGS is like in San Jose, California, they're getting robbed. People were breaking in, just stealing within a matter of seconds, taking thousands and thousands of dollars worth of stuff. But like, the cops wouldn't come out for that. Oh, someone's robbed a store? Who cares? They got bigger stuff, bigger problems, and their hands were tied. The budgets were cut. So I wasn't never going to open up an LGS here in California, but I've been trying to get allocation. I've been trying to get distribution. And so, I mean, your best bet in those kind of things is going with like places like Pokemart, where you pay $90 a month and you could buy from their allocation. And there's a lot of people like that. There's a place in San Francisco called like, I think it's Versus Games. I'm trying to remember. I made a video already about some of that stuff. But like I said, you can get allocation from other people. You don't have to go and wait in line at Costco and rush when the doors open and then have 10 of those things in your hand and all of a sudden see that there's a limit too. It's a waste of your time, waste of everybody's time, and it's just it's a crazy situation. But let's talk about like certain things. So say you are in one of those places where your Costco just restocked some Blooming Waters and it's not a madhouse. They have a limit of 2. Grab the 2. Grab those 2. Whether you plan on opening it or not, just grab those 2. So a 151 Blooming Waters here is $49.99. They're selling for about $100, sometimes more. So let's just say you're going to make $40 to $45 after fees, after your selling fees and stuff. $40 to $45 off each one. So you're talking about $80 to $90 you're going to make right there. So your Pokemon Center ETB that you wanted was $60. You had $90. You're at $150. All you got to do is make up another $100 somewhere, and you get that Pokemon Center ETB for $60. It's not that hard. It's not that hard to grasp. You know what I mean? Like I said, make the hobby your hobby, pay for your hobby, because there's other people that want the stuff that you got. Maybe they're in another state, another country. I've shipped out stuff to China. I shipped out some prismatic ETBs to China, and I've shipped some binders out to Japan. They want the stuff. They don't have that stuff doesn't like just show up on the shelves over there. They have to buy it from people like myself and other places, you know what I mean? So like I said, so that Blooming Waters box is huge. It is massive. So let's just say you broke it down and you got the 12 packs out. So lots of 12 packs are selling for like $120. Lots of 10 are selling for like 100. You know what I mean? So you can actually, it's literally, you're losing nothing by breaking down that pack, because those promos in there aren't worth nothing. They really aren't. So you can break down that pack, you pack it out, and you can ship that a lot easier. But then again, look at that. You're making $80 to $90. This is after your fees for selling and stuff like that. So there you go. Okay, say you walking into Target or Walmart and you find 151 products. You find a poster collections. They're $15 to $16. They're selling for $30. Yeah, you're only going to make $8 to $10. That's not much. And this is the stuff that people are like, why are these scalpers doing that? They're only making this much. So there's 6 of them in there. You make $8 to $10 right there. I mean, 6 times right there. You can make $60 just by grabbing those, packaging them up, shipping them. This is not your main job. This is your side hustle, your side job, whatever it is. My main job is not cards, but I do the trading cards, Pokemon and sports, specifically football and basketball, a little bit of baseball, not as much. So this is, it's easy work. It's easy work. 151 booster bundles have been popping up, $27.99 at Target, selling for $65. So you can make $26 to $29 on each one after fees. So literally, if you were to grab a couple Blooming Waters when you see them, and you grab 3 or 4 of the booster bundles, you can get your Pokemon Center ETB that you missed out on, that's now selling for $200 to $250, almost free. Just a little bit of work, thinking like a scalper, send that stuff out. Boom, collect your money, go put the principal that you paid for your stuff back in your bank account, and grab the equity that you got and sold for, and use that to buy your hobby. Whatever you missed out on, whatever cards you want to get, whatever, just do that. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. If someone looks down upon you for that, so what? Who cares? You're making money. You're capitalizing in a capitalist society. You're making money off of stuff. Who cares? It's a supply and demand thing. And if there's a demand, there's always going to be someone buying, and there's always going to be someone selling. So you might as well be selling on top of your buying. You might as well. Let's look at like the Alakazam or the Zapdos boxes. They're about $25 and they're selling for about $40. So you only make $9 to $11 after fees and stuff like that. But they're popping up at the stores, especially the Alakazam boxes. I got a bunch of those. I'm holding on to those for the long time, for the long haul. Look at the 151 ETBs. I've sold all of mine. I expected I was gonna be able to get more throughout the year and stuff, but they're not gonna pop up at stores too often if they do at all. But if they do, an ETB is $55, selling for $150. That's $69 to $74 you make after fees. $69 to $74. If you were to like find 3 of those sitting there, and you can make yourself $210, that's after your cost and your selling fees and all that stuff. You're pocketing $210 on 3 151 ETBs. Why wouldn't you do that? Because now that $210 is going to buy you the stuff that you missed out on. Maybe you couldn't get prismatic, but you found 151. It's like you're trading those. Oh, there's no prismatic that I want. Shoot. But I do see some 151. Grab the 151, sell it, make your money, and go buy your prismatic. Then you're beating the scalpers. That's how you beat the scalpers. You play the same game they're playing. That's it. That's the only way to do it. That's the only way. I know some people are going to get mad, upset. I don't care. Comment down in the comments whatever you want to say about that. But that's the nature of it. That's how I had to do it with shoes. I never was able to afford like a $500 pair of shoes without feeling it. Yeah, I've bought shoes for $5, $6, $7. The ones on my feet that I always wear, these ones here, I paid $1,000 for these shoes. $1,000, but I sold a bunch of shoes and I was able to get my shoes at a cheaper. It helped me support my collection. It's different because shoes don't go in a binder and top loader and stuff like that. Shoes, you wear them on your feet, and I like to wear my shoes. The only time, if I knew I didn't want a pair of shoes, I would buy it in a size that don't fit me, so I wasn't tempted to wear them. You know what I mean? So yeah, if it was going to be a investment pair. Shoes are different though. They have a shelf life. Pokemon cards, sports cards, they don't have a shelf life. So say I've been seeing Crown Zenith ETBs. It's been a minute, a couple months maybe, but I'm seeing that they do pop up. Those are about $50, $55 or whatever, and they're selling for like $90. So you're gonna make about $18 to $23 off each one just from picking it up. and listing it and selling it. I'm saying like I said, always try to remember, keep track of what it cost you, and put that back in your bank account like you never ever used it. You're basically borrowing money from Pokemon, sell that item, put the principal back in your bank account. Boom, it's free money. It's free money. It is free money. Everyone's paying for this stuff. Everyone's pissed off that they can't find the products. Okay, you go in the store, like I said, your product that you want ain't there, but Crown Zenith is there, ETBs, or 151 Zapdos boxes, Alakazam boxes, booster bundles. Say you want an ETB, a prismatic, but all you see is tech stickers. Grab the tech stickers. Those tech stickers are selling, they're $15, they're selling for $30. Again, on the tech sticker, you're gonna make $8 to $10. All you gotta do is sell 5 tech stickers, 5 to 12 tech stickers, and you have enough money to buy, that's to buy one at retail. To get one that is about $100, yeah, you're gonna have to sell more. You're gonna have to sell like 10 tech stickers, but there might be 10 tech stickers just sitting there. Just like I said, this is how it works. You got the prismatic ETBs are $50 and they're selling for $105. So you already got your ETBs and you don't need no more. But you don't have any tech stickers or a binder. The binders are selling for $60. And you see ETBs sitting at the store, grab them. Grab the ETBs for $50, sell them for $105. That's even before shipping and stuff like that. You make $30 to $35 on those. $30 to $35. All you gotta do is sell 2 ETBs and your $60 overinflated binder is free. That's it. That's it. Put your principal back in your bank account and use the money you made off of selling your hobby so you can buy some more of your hobby or to invest. I know some people, like I said, they'll get mad about this kind of content, but if you're buying stuff so that you can support your Pokemon habit because of what the nature of the market is, why would someone ever look down on you? If you're buying it so you can go buy your Gucci bags and your crazy other stuff, and you're making the hobby more difficult and more expensive for some people, yeah, I understand. I understand that that's causes people, if you're not a Pokemon person, you don't know who the fuck Charizard is, you don't know that stuff, you have no business scalping in here, but nobody could tell the scalpers what to do. They would move where the money's at. You know what I mean? So it is. Trust me. Most people know who Charizard is, but all these scalpers probably don't know who Mabostiff is or Bombardier or any of that kind of stuff. They don't know that stuff. They don't. Maybe they sat down and played Pokemon with their kids, but it ain't something that I see why it bothers people. I see why it pisses people off. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. It just like I said, my son's binder, he's got 3 or 4 binders, and we have it logged in a document that keeps track of the price. His stuff's gone up I think it was like $4,500 just in since the summer, or maybe even August, September. His collection has appreciated like $4,500 because of all these new people from Pokemon Pocket and all that stuff. It just keeps going up. Like his Giratina from Lost Origin is now over $600. I paid $320 for it in November. $320. And that's right when the Pokemon Pocket stuff started going. That's right when Surging Sparks started to come out. It's right when Prismatic, right there. And now it's over $600. It's almost double. I paid $320, $324. I'm really close to doubling on that Giratina V Altar from Lost Origin. It is insane. But like I said, when you go into the store, the products that you want aren't there. You're not gonna buy. You're not gonna go in there and buy a Paldea Evolved ETB and flip it for money. You're not. But Paldea and Fates ETBs are going for $90. Crown Zenith ETBs are going for $90. The 151 ETBs are going for $150. Like I said, when you see that there, get it. Like I said, you're not taking from somebody else. You are not. You are not taking from somebody else. You are absolutely helping yourself pay for very expensive stuff because the scalping culture has raised the prices of all the stuff that you want. So it's smart. It's smart. Do not be those guys that are, like I said, don't be the guys throwing elbows. Don't be the guys knocking people over, pushing carts out of the way. Don't be that. Don't be a TikTok video. Don't be that. Calmly do what you got to do. I walk in a store. If I see it, I grab it. I'm not going to sit there walking around the store trying to cut in front of people who I know are also doing that, because I could tell who's sitting there doing the scalping out for products or waiting for the guy to restock. You know what I mean? I could tell. I never had that problem going to my Walmart every Thursday morning. My guy, he's cool. He always helps me out. I went in there today and there wasn't nothing I wanted. There was like I said, there was some Palde Evolved DTBs. There was some Serena Collection boxes. Some of those mystery MJ Holding mystery things. There's a little bit of Mosaic sports cards, football. Mosaic football's actually kind of fun. It's a good one, but I wasn't feeling that today. I was just wanting Prism, and so I went up and asked him, "Hey, is there any Prism or anything else?" Because I already know that the Pokemon stuff is gonna get hard. And, you know, he didn't really have any Prism and stuff like that, but, you know, he's cool. He knows my name. He's like, we were just chatting, small talk, whatever. But like I said, it's the nature of this market. It's going to get hard for you to source your products to open. It's going to be hard for you to source anything. Like, you're not going to get stuff. The places where I get stuff from, they're not even on their sales lists. Pokemon's getting so scarce. It's crazy. It's going to suck. It's going to suck. But if you think like a scalper, you can make money like a scalper, and you can pay for your products or get your stuff for almost free. Get it stuff for half price, get it for free, get it for a fraction of the price. You just got to put the work in. Like I said, you're not beating those guys that can wake up at 5 a.m. and sit out there. If you got a job, I don't know, what are these guys, people live in their parents' basement still? And just like live off of their parents or something, mooch off their parents, and they're using their credit cards. You know, I buy my stuff cash. I do not buy anything that I'm going to sell on a credit card, because that defeats the purpose. Because if you don't pay it off, now whatever you earned is now going back to the credit card companies in interest. Only buy stuff that you're going to sell in cash. Do not, I repeat, do not use your credit card. And trust me, a lot of those people that are buying those Blooming Waters things, they're not buying those cash. They're probably buying those on credit, on their credit card. And I know, yes, you can make that whole saying of using someone else's credit to build something. Yeah, that's it. They don't mean that when they're talking about scalp to Blooming Waters. It's using credit to actually build a store, you know, to build something, and that I know how that works. And yeah, you can do that to build an LGS up and all that kind of stuff, but you always got to pay that credit back. So if you can't, there's ways to get around having to pay the interest, but you have to get that money back to them in their hands before that interest starts accumulating, or else it defeats the purpose. But anyway, all right, man, I just wanted to talk about how to fight the scalpers, how to beat the scalpers, think like a scalper, you know what I mean? And you're going to pay for your products. You're going to get your stuff for cheaper, but you have to put that work in. I mean, it's not easy. It's not easy. I've done that with the shoes, and it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but I had relationships with all the shoe palaces, you know, in my area. I knew when and where to go and get the stuff. And I had to do that. I had to learn that kind of stuff, because it didn't start out that way. And same with Pokemon. This will go away. It'll come back. It'll go away. It'll come back. The scalping culture's going to be heavy. Then it'll go away. Then when something big comes out, it's going to be heavy again. You're not going to out-scalp the scalpers, but if you think like them, you are going to make your stuff a whole lot cheaper, if not free. All right, man, that is the end of my video. I'll see you guys on the next one. Happy hunting, and be safe out there, and don't be an asshole. Do your stuff quietly, silently, and you know, make that money or collect them cards. I'm out.